Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. So where last week Bitcoin and Ethereum kind of took the spotlight, it seems it is now this week's turn for Litecoin. September is expected to be an exciting month for the crypto world. The Global Litecoin Summit will be held between the 14th and the 15th of September of 2018. At the summit, important figures such as Charlie Lee, Litecoin's creator and head of its foundation, Xinxing Wang, Litecoin Foundation Director, will also be present as well. The Global Litecoin Summit is going to take place in September at the South San Francisco Conference Center. During the two-day event, Charlie Lee and other important figures will be talking and presenting insights about the cryptocurrency market. Other important speakers will be Bill Barheit, who is the CEO and founder of Abra, Eric Brown, CEO of Alliant Payments, Franklin Richards, Litecoin Foundation Director, Elizabeth Stark, CEO and co-founder of Lightning Labs, and many others, including Adam Draper, Elaine Wu, Diego Gutierrez Sardivar, and Eric Brown. The registration will start at 8 a.m., and Charlie Lee will begin speaking at 10 a.m. and will be followed by Abra's founder, Mr. Barheit, will be giving a lecture titled Banking with Crypto. The different topics discussed will be related to Litecoin, cryptocurrencies in general, regulations, new improvements, Lightning Network, and the future of blockchain technology. It is important to mention that right after the summit on the 21st of September, the SEC could potentially approve the first ever Bitcoin ETF in history, a key topic for the cryptocurrency community. So looking around I don't even know where to start. The entire thing with the CBOE Bitcoin ETF, the one that people were sending in information before to the SEC, was or is apparently supposed to happen. The answer is supposed to happen on the 10th of August. I keep reading around that it could be the 17th of August. And then I also read the 21st of August. And then we also have this one on the 21st of September. I don't think anyone knows the exact dates anymore because I think a lot of things have been pushed around. I think it just kind of depends on where you are, like what forum or what website you're using, because I keep reading different dates. I saw another website say that it could be the 17th of August simply because this coincides with something that is supposed to happen with Bitcoin as well. So I think they're trying to plan them both together. I couldn't give you an exact date as of now for the CBOE one. It's supposed to be the 10th or the 17th, and I'll obviously keep you guys updated depending on when or if this actually happens because everything is kind of all over the place right now. At the moment of writing this article, Litecoin is, I believe, the 7th most important virtual currency in the market. Each Litecoin can be bought for around $78. Litecoin is a very important and known cryptocurrency that has been in the market since 2011 and has been created by Charlie Lee. It is very similar to Bitcoin, but it will ultimately have 4 times more the supply of Bitcoin, and it has smaller blocks. This can be translated into faster transactions and lower fees every time a user sends LTC. In the future, the Litecoin network, the Lightning Network, and atomic swaps will completely change the way in which we conceive Bitcoin, Litecoin, and their relationship as compatible currencies. This has been talked about for quite some time. I'm going to hope, I want to say assume, but I'm going to hope that they are going to be talking, as they're going to be talking about the Lightning Network, I hope that they have, not Lightning Network, atomic swaps, that they kind of drop some amazing information because this is one of the main things. The idea is, or rather what's going to eventually happen, no one knows if it's going to happen next year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, when we have, or they have, the coders have mastered atomic swaps, we will no longer have a need for crypto exchanges of any kind, or this is where the idea comes from that we will no longer need banks. Because the entire point of a bank or like a currency exchange is if I have a US dollar and I want to exchange it into a euro, or if I want to exchange it into a Mexican peso, whatever kind of currency you're trying to get, you have to go through some sort of intermediary or third party. Once we have atomic swaps, this will be completely out of the question. You can simply go on your phone or wherever you have your crypto and you'll be able to swap directly within the platform that you're in a couple of seconds, which is going to completely change the way that we know money, and is also kind of the idea behind where everyone keeps saying that we won't have banks in about 10 years because of the Bitcoin revolution and stuff like that. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Bitcoin and Litecoin have already done lightning swaps on a test network. Not 100% on that. I think that's actually happened. Anyway, point is, this is happening in September. Let's hope for good news. This is also another thing that I was saying. I think Charlie Lee I don't know if he got his groove back. I don't know exactly what's going on, but he is definitely trying to get heavily back into the cryptocurrency space. So I'm expecting or hoping that we have some pretty nice news in September from the Litecoin team. Litecoin is once again in the news. This one's actually kind of cool. Litecoin, the 7th largest cryptocurrency in the market by market cap at more than 4.3 billion US dollars, has been added into the MCO cryptocurrency platform and mobile wallet, joining the 4 other cryptocurrencies available on the platform. They are, of course, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, surprisingly, and the company's own coin, MCO. MCO, formerly known as Monaco, is a cryptocurrency platform that allows users to purchase, exchange, transfer, and spend cryptocurrencies from their smartphone. MCO Technology, the company behind MCO, claims more than 180,000 mobile app downloads and over 88,000 MCO Visa card reservations. Kind of weird. I remember hearing about Monaco, it had to be 2 years ago or something like that, and I completely didn't hear anything else about them. The fact that there's a platform like this, one, this is not paid. I do not know these people. This is not a paid advertisement. It's kind of, you would assume that something that allowed you to store your crypto on your phone and that you could pay for it in exchange through other cryptocurrencies, and also you could have a card with it as well. You would assume that they would have, maybe they lost a lot of funding, maybe didn't have a lot of, push to get themselves out there, because it seems like this could be a really major platform to use. Anyway, I quote, they said, by listing Litecoin on the MCO wallet app, we are deepening both the functionality of the app for users and transforming it into a go-to intuitive cryptocurrency exchange platform, end quote. This was said by Chris Marzalek, who's the co-founder and CEO of MCO Technology. He said once again, and I do quote, our support of Litecoin marks an essential step in expanding the variety of cryptocurrencies available to our platform users as we strive to broaden the audience of cryptocurrency senders and investors, end quote. MCO Technology, a company founded, 2016 and headquartered in Switzerland, launched its mobile app in open beta in May 2018. That makes a bit more sense why we kind of haven't really heard about them. After raising a whopping $26.7 million in its ICO in mid-2017, one of the most successful ICOs at the time, the company claims the platform is designed for consumers seeking a streamlined, secure approach to buying, exchanging, and sending cryptocurrency, end quote. The digital wallet is to work with a Visa card that, once available, will allow users to manage their spending in 7 sovereign currencies and make purchases overseas. Through the online platform, users will be able to track their exchange and ATM usages, receive real-time transaction information, and freeze the card with a single tap. That is actually kind of cool. If you've ever traveled overseas and you have had issues with your card, you know that being able to, or having to call your bank to freeze anything or stop something is a complete problem. Besides the Visa card, other upcoming products, MCO Technology's roadmap that will be integrated directly into the MCO wallet app include MCO Automated Crypto Investing, a cryptocurrency investment robo-advisory service, and MCO Crypto Credit, a credit offering. MCO Automated Crypto Investing will allow users to invest in cryptocurrencies and easily build a portfolio. The offering will come with several features, including automated buying and selling, and users will be allowed to withdraw their funds at all times without any transaction fee. MCO plans to charge a fee only when users make a profit. Where do I begin? Like I said, this isn't paid, and how do I say this? I wish there were more platforms like this. I kind of want to contact them and, first of all, ask them to add more coins. But this sounds like another app. I told you guys another app like this before. This had to be 2 or 3 months ago, and people told me what the app was. It's called like Acorn or something like that, or Squirrel, or something to do with a little cute animal. It has to do with when you have extra money, or if you, let's say you make a purchase and the purchase comes out to like $9.94 or something like that. The extra 6 cents will get rounded up, and that 6 cents will go into your portfolio. But this is more for like stocks and stuff like that. Like they buy portions of stocks for you. It kind of sounds like it'll be the exact same thing. And automatic like crypto investing, I don't want to spend too much time on this. I know it sounds kind of, whatever. But this actually sounds really, really cool. And I feel like after this video, I may actually contact them because I want to see exactly what they're planning on doing, like what other plans they may have. And also, as always, just to add more coins. Maybe it's because, they completely launched in May. So, 3 months isn't a huge amount of time, but I feel like because they're in Switzerland, and Switzerland doesn't have as many issues when it comes to the entire ICO thing and or security token thing, I feel like they can definitely add at least like 15 more coins. I assume they're going to do it sometime in the future, but this does not sound like it'll be something too bad. I give it about a year. Usually when something new comes out, I give it like a test period of anywhere from like 3, 6 to 12 months, because I like to see how other people are using it. You know, I don't want to be the guinea pig for it. I like to see if other people are using it, how it's worked out for them, if you're able to transfer your money easily, and if the company kind of goes belly up after a year. You know, you don't want to put myself, I like to wait a little bit to read the comments and how see other people liked it on like the App Store and stuff like that, to see if it's actually something that is worth having. But I'll keep a lookout for this over the next year, 3, 6, 12 months, to see exactly if this is working out, because this could actually be something that is very, very cool, especially to have your own like card with it. Because, okay, anyway, one of the main problems, I was going to stop. One of the main problems with this, not this, but in general, has been to get cryptocurrency onto a card. One of the main things that's stopping innovation is that if you've ever transferred cryptocurrencies before, if you've ever gone into a shop, if you've ever gone into a bar, cafe, wherever they take cryptocurrencies, and you've tried paying before in your cryptocurrency, you have to open up the app, you have to load the app, you have to enter your password, and you have to do the whole QR code thing, and it takes more or less anywhere from 25, maybe 38 and a half seconds, depending on how quick you are using your phone. But if you're in the store, it takes a bit of time. Just being able to tap your card or swipe your card and then walk out of the store is something that's definitely needed. And I wonder if this does happen, or we get more things that are exactly like this and people are using their cryptocurrency more, I wonder if that actually translates into the like the daily volume of the coin, because typically the daily volume that we get right now is, or rather it comes from the use on exchanges. So I don't know if the money will be going through like their own exchange, and then that'll also be counted into it, because if this counts as an exchange and it gets listed onto CoinMarketCap or a couple of other places, and people are using their crypto every single day, this causes a huge amount of like a rush up in volume. Anyway, I didn't expect to spend that much time on that, but I just thought this was awesome as I read through it. The predictions are back, and I do not think they are going to stop. One of Wall Street's biggest crypto bulls said that the Bitcoin price could be primed for a breakout as long as it continues to hold near its present level at $7,500. Bart Smith, head of digital asset at Philadelphia, Pennsylvania-based trading firm Susquehanna International Group, provided this analysis during an interview with CNBC, explaining that he is watching to see whether Bitcoin continues to hit higher highs as it rebounds from year-to-date lows it set in early June. The key support level, he said, is $6,800. The technicians I have talked to are concerned about $6,800. That's the level where I think if it breaks through, it would be negative. Echoing comments made by Tom Lee, founder of Wall Street strategist Fundstrat, Smith said that it's a positive signal that Bitcoin's price did not experience a massive sell-off in the immediate aftermath of the news that U.S. regulators had denied the Winklevoss brothers' latest Bitcoin ETF application. While the Bitcoin price has shed approximately $1,000 in the week following the Bitcoin ETF denial, it did not relinquish all the gains it had made during the run-up to the ETF decision, and has moreover managed to hold well above the key $6,800 level. Smith further explained that institutions have yet to grapple with the reality of Bitcoin's risk profile. Though a highly volatile asset, large-scale buyers can actually use it to reduce the risk of their overall portfolio. Not going to read through too much more. He pretty much says, don't put too much into Bitcoin if you are afraid of the risk of it. Just put a tiny bit, and, you'll kind of be, how do I say this? If it goes up, you're fine. If it goes down, you didn't put too much into it. This is kind of his idea behind it, I think, at the moment. So Bitcoin's at 73.57, more or less, depending on where you look. 6,800 seems to be the wall that we cannot break. If we, how do I say this? If we don't get good news, I expect the price of Bitcoin to continue to go down, just turn green. If the ETF thing is actually happening on the 10th or the 17th, I expect some type of a hype run up to kind of, same exact thing with the Winklevoss twin ETF. We're always going to have these periods where people become a little excited and then the price of things starts going up. But the problem is that if we get rejected again, the Bitcoin price will slide down. But as of now, I mean, if we fall by 500 over the next 2 days, that's already an issue. That means something is wrong with the market. But a lot of people have been screaming, manipulation once again, because the price has been slamming up and down, back and forth, and it seems heavily coordinated, but I think it could be anything at this point. Very interesting time for the cryptocurrency space. We have a lot of things that we need to get in order, and I still think that this is why we aren't really hearing a lot about updates from other coins or any type of upgrades or any type of hard forks or any really thing else, because everyone is kind of waiting for a breakout in price. Because if you give news about your coin's upgrades and how great it is and what it can do and new integrations, and the prices are still going down, the price of your coin will go down, and the news that you gave out will completely fizzle. Once again, Bitcoin and Litecoin are in the news. On the 2nd of August, the former Google engineer turned Litecoin creator Charlie Lee retweeted a post by the Litecoin School of Crypto, never heard of that, about an upcoming cryptocurrency project called Spark Swap. The Litecoin School of Crypto is a website that releases educational content on Litecoin. The post read, and I quote, "This project, Spark Swap, looks very promising. You'll be able to trade Litecoin and Bitcoin via atomic swaps through the Lightning Network. They don't have a product out for mainnet yet, but I like what I see so far. Hashtag Litecoin, hashtag Bitcoin," end quote, of course. And the official Medium blog of Spark Swap, a team member has talked about all the work that has been put into the project in the past few months. The blog has defined Spark Swap as being a means for trading cryptocurrencies without a requirement to file or deposit one's digital assets with a third platform. The idea is to eliminate the trust concerns associated with an intermediary. We were literally just talking about this. The trading can be carried out across different blockchains, with the transaction speed being as fast as about a second. This is the standard time for many centralized and readily established cryptocurrency exchanges. Currently, only transactions across two blockchains, namely Bitcoin and Litecoin, is still available through the platform. As mentioned in the Twitter post, the mainnet of Spark Swap. That is a tongue twister. Try saying that like 5 times out loud. I know I'm not the only one. Spark Swap has not launched yet. The blog post also conveyed that it prefers to introduce a well-developed working software to the ecosystem before creating hype and white papers for their project. It read, "In an industry that at times seems to value hype and white papers over delivered working software, we've opted for the latter. Till now, the team has been successful at executing the BTC LTC trading on the testnets of the cryptocurrencies. Hence, the blog post said that the protocol is still in its pre-alpha state." We're going to get to this eventually. I hope that it happens. I can't even say sooner than later. I think I always say that, and things take about 3 or 4 years, and I get my hopes up. But when this does happen, this is one of the other things you have to keep in mind and pay attention. This is why I think the entire regulatory side of cryptocurrencies is kind of, I want to say, a mess. And that's I think I get myself into not fits of rage. That makes me sound crazy. I think I get myself into these moments where I get really frustrated, because I'm like, the regulations and stuff like that don't really matter in the cryptocurrency space. What is happening, and what I think is going to happen, is that the governments don't really understand what crypto is. They don't understand the underlying work beneath all of this. I mean, like I said, I'm not a coder, but I read constantly about the things that are happening in the cryptocurrency space. All the work that they're putting into being able to regulate exchanges and all these other things won't matter in 10 years, because we're going to be able to do these completely from our phone, completely from our computer, wherever you have your crypto, especially if you're holding it yourself. With atomic swaps, we won't even, so the entire work that they're putting on the emphasis of needing regulations for exchanges won't matter when you can just exchange them yourself. This is going to happen on every single platform. And the same exact thing where governments are praising all of these coins, and they're saying that Bitcoin and Litecoin are not securities, and they're not this. None of that will matter either, especially whatever. None of it's going to matter in the future, because crypto will have made its own place, especially when we have private transactions. When your transactions are completely private on every single coin, and you can just swap between them back and forth and just buy things, and that transaction is still private. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is why I get so annoyed. Like, I wish that if we had regulations, just do it. The regulations may, squeeze the cryptocurrency space for maybe 2 or 3 years as people, come to terms with the fact that, you have to pay taxes, and you have to do this, and you have to do so and so, and you have to do KYC. By 2028, none of it will matter. We already have atomic swaps for some of the coins. I think we have Bitcoin, Litecoin. I think Wan Chain was another one, if I'm not mistaken, that also did their own atomic swap. So we're going to, enter a space where we're going to look back 10 years from now. We're going to have books written on the cryptocurrency space, and we're going to be like, why did all that happen? Why did it take 3.5 years for a government to give us laws that no longer apply? Especially if we enter a world where everything can just be paid in crypto or paid in Bitcoin. How freaking insane is that? Anyway, moving on. The Philippines is in the news today. The Philippines is close to introducing new regulations governing how companies can legally raise funds through ICOs. To that end, the country's Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC, published draft rules governing ICOs last Thursday and is now seeking public feedback before they go into effect. The regulations notably assume that tokens issued in all ICOs are securities and by default, unless the issuers can prove otherwise. The financial watchdog commented in a press release that most ICOs conducted in the Philippines have argued that their tokens were not securities and should not be governed by the SEC. However, the regulator said it would be dangerous to let investors make judgments over the matter since they don't have sufficient resources to identify which ICOs might be scams. Continuing, they said, therefore, the SEC will put the burden of proving that the tokens issued through an ICO in the hands of the proponents by presuming that the tokens are securities unless proven otherwise, end quote. Under the proposed rules, companies registered in the Philippines and wishing to conduct a token sale would have to submit an initial assessment application to the SEC at least 90 days ahead of their issuance. This is also going to change in the future. We already have found ways to get around ICOs, and they're called airdrops, and this is why. So the people who are still doing ICOs say, or typically do, need a large amount of funding. In the spirit of cryptocurrencies, and why I think I like airdrops a tiny bit more, is that as we do relatively more or less have a free market in the cryptocurrency space, if your coin is, excuse my language, trash, no one's going to use it. If your coin has a proven use case or is helping the people who are using it, or you are doing something else or whatever, your coin will succeed. So this is why ICOs will also become irrelevant eventually as well. A lot of companies have scrapped the idea of doing an ICO, and instead this is why we have so many airdrops, like I said, because as of now, I believe that airdrops actually get around the entire security thing, because the security comes from, if you are like the expected profit from the company, and if the company created I can't remember exactly what the things are, but airdrops kind of get around it. So in the future as well, not to say this out loud, but what the SEC is doing is also kind of going to flounder when we're in a world where there are no ICOs, where tokens are just airdropped. I assume within the next year, they're going to get wind that people are airdropping a lot, and they're going to try and find a way to control that as well, which they really can't because they're airdropped. And their thing with airdrops is there isn't normally for an ICO, you have to go through the website, enter your email, enter all this other stuff in order to get it. Typically with airdrops, if you have the coin, like there were airdrops before, if you had 3 Ethereum, you would receive this coin for free, and you didn't sign up for anything, so it's not your fault that you received the coin. But when we have this, utopian crypto space where we have atomic swaps, where we have private transactions, where we have airdrops and all these other things, and you can swap between coins at will through your phone or through whatever platform. I don't know if we're going to have futuristic watches or something like that, or armbands. I don't know what the future looks like. Point is, this seems to be mimicking exactly what the US has said. Like I said before, I think that a lot of countries have no idea what they're doing. This is not me talking down to countries. Believe me, it's not. It just seems like I think everyone is so confused. They're trying to follow the leader, if you will. So the US said before that they think that every single ICO is a security. This is why the entire Ethereum thing was such a big thing, because they did have an ICO. But apparently in the US as well, if you started an ICO somewhere along the line, there's a time frame where you have to do certain things to make your coin less centralized, and you have to have less and less control over it, and then you are no longer a security. So whatever. The point is, this is the news from the Philippines and about ICOs and securities. Last up, Kin or Kick is in the news, and I think this is incredibly cool. We spoke about Kick before. Kick has just launched its cryptocurrency-related app to the market known as Kinit. The project unveiled aims to be one of the most important crypto apps in the ecosystem. Kinit has been unveiled just months after the crypto company posted the product overview on Medium. The company behind Kinit was able to gather over $100 million from an ICO and $120 million in venture funding. Additionally, Kick has 15 million monthly users that will enjoy the benefits of the newest app. The company's vision has three different components. The first one is called the Kin ecosystem, which includes partners such as Kick, Unity, Black Hawk Network, and more. A developer program has been launched during the last week. They are paying 25 developers to deal with the independent Kin economies during 6 months. They will be onboarding 50,000. Yeah, we spoke about this a little before. They're giving money to 25 developers to create 25 different ecosystems that will exclusively use the Kin token, and you have to be able to have 50,000 members onto your thing in order to receive the funding that they're trying to give to them. So that's a very good incentive. The second component of the company is related to the Kin blockchain. The blockchain built platform is very interesting, one that consists of two different chains combined. Long story short, they planned on creating their own blockchain. They didn't. They decided to use Ethereum, then they decided against it, then they used Stellar, and they said, we're going to use Stellar, but we're going to fork it. So they forked off Stellar to create their own blockchain. In other words, Kin can be used for internal transactions, while Ethereum would be used to process external transactions and provide liquidity to the network. Don't really have to read through that. I think that's a quote from before. Though users that download the Kinit app will be able to create a wallet in just a few steps. After it, it's possible for them to gain access to the Kin marketplace beta, where they will be able to spend the Kin they earned on gift cards. In the future, there will be new functionalities implemented in the network so as for users to earn and spend Kin tokens. The third most important part of the vision of the company is the Kin standalone app. The main intention behind it was to create a very simple and easy to use app where users could discover apps supported on the Kin ecosystem. Users will have to enter their phone number, confirm it, and after that they will have the app on the screen. A survey will pop up and ask things such as why the user downloaded the app and any expectations for the future. Users will have the chance to redeem the Kin tokens they earn for gift cards ranging between $5 and $25 from brands and retailers such as Amazon, AMC Theaters, and Google Play. According to the results from the private beta, users achieved a 10-day retention that's not really that important. Point is, this has officially launched. I tried to download it. As I am in Europe, it says that it is not available in your area yet. I read around as well before I made this video, and people said that in Canada, they also had the exact same issue. I assume, as if I'm not mistaken, I think Kick is an American company. Don't know. I assume that this is only available in America at the moment. I saw some reviews and people said that they actually did like it. You always have those, one-star reviews. People said that they tried downloading it. They didn't receive enough Kin, and they deleted it because it was a waste of their time. The point is, it's free money. If you aren't doing anything on your phone anyway, this is not a paid advertisement. Kind of crazy that I have to keep saying that. People have accused me of it before. I don't sell anything on this channel. I just give you guys the news. I think this is going to be, I think they're very intelligent. I think what they're trying to do is when you give things away for free, people like you, the fact that they are asking you to just answer questions and stuff like that, the fact you'll be able to get gift cards for free from this as well, I think this has a very bright future in the fact that they have, at least that we know of, paid 25 developers to create other things for the platform that are going to be exclusively using the Kin token. I think this could definitely... So it has a very large circulating supply. I think it's like 650 billion or something like that. A lot of people were saying, oh, that's too high, that's too high. Realistically, the price of the token could easily hit 10 cents. If we are in a future where we have a multi-trillion-dollar market cap, and let's say the market cap is like $3 to $5 trillion, 10 cents per coin at 65 billion as a market cap isn't completely unbelievable. That's not me telling you to stock up on these coins. It's just kind of like, I like what they're doing. I told you guys before in many other videos, the thing that's going to make it is an app. We know that for a fact. There have been a lot of other people, like the guy who made Flappy Bird. I don't know if you guys ever played Flappy Bird. He made the app. He said it took him, I think, like a day and a half to make the app. And a week later, he was making $50,000 a day from the app, something really simple that he had made. What's going to put crypto into the mainstream is an app that someone creates, and especially an app where you can talk. I saw photos. I don't have them on here, like of the actual, like what you can do within the app. It's pretty much like a messaging system. You can message your friends, you can send them emojis, you can send them other things, you can also send them money through this, you can send them gift cards, you can send them photos and a whole bunch of other things, and then you still get paid for actually using it. If they're smart, that is the Kick company, and they do this properly, I think this coin could actually surprise a lot of people, simply because no other coin, to my knowledge, that's within the top, I think Kick or Kinit or Kin is, I think, number 65 right now on CoinMarketCap, and I think there's no other coin out there in the top 30 that has created their own app with something like this. Like, if you can keep the retention of millennials and even people like 45 and younger to be able to like send messages back and forth, and like when you're, let's say you're, you know, sitting on a train and have free time and your phone vibrates and it tells you to answer a survey, and you can answer the survey and make a couple of bucks potentially, you know, people are definitely going to do this. So I think they're definitely going to do well. I'm definitely going to be looking out for this once again in my 1 year time frame to see exactly how well they do, because I have a feeling that they could definitely be, I want to say, one of the top 20 or 30 coins, regardless of how large their circulating supply is. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you guys are having a great day. I believe it's Friday. I never know what day it is anymore. If it is Friday, I hope you guys enjoy your Friday. I hope it's amazing. Hope work is over very quick so you can go out and have fun with your friends and or go back home and binge on Netflix. Don't know why I'm saying that. Thank you once again for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you all soon. See you.